Utah Top 50 Elite League coming to you live as Dane Stewart, Eli Ballstead here to bring you our final game of the night, the Virginia Squires and the Minnesota Muskies. And it is the Squires in the white unis. That's Javon Lee hitting the opening bucket. Virginia coming in 1-1. Minnesota 2-0 on the season. That ball loose and gathered by Chudy Anosike. Murray Spartan sent it up the floor here quickly. Long shot, that won't go. And put back in for the Squires, who lead 4-0. Turn around there off the front of the rim. That ball gathered by Taufahema. West Jordan Jaguar with a nice outlet. Count it good. Good take there, of course, in the in our league here. It is 1 for 2, 1 for 3, and all and ones count. 2 20-minute halves and great tempo. We've had it all night as Lee with the board there. Javon pushing it, looks over. That first won't go. Anosike Chudy with the putback.
A lot of fast breaks to start and a lot of offensive rebounds so far.
Is that Taufahema?
Yep, with the little reverse.
Shot there won't go. Our scoreboard is being a little temperamental tonight, so we're going to ask for your patience there as we work through that. It's late for the intern. Usually his college classes are done by now. Taufahema will keep it, send it out. Good drive here and a nice take there by Brady Smith, the Green Canyon Wolf, with his first bucket. You've probably gotten to know Brady a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. More so Carson. Carson's been around a little bit more, but both really good kids.
Good ball players as well as that ball finds its way through. Last touch by the Squires. It'll stay here. Brady, the shot off the inbound won't go. Ahead to Chudy. Too strong off the glass and a foul here will send Chudy to the line. So an opportunity for Chudy here. We've got a special guest commentator who will join us here in a couple minutes as well. Excited to be able to, we're going to keep that hidden just for a little bit. That's what we like to call a tease in the business. As that bucket good, the lead now 9-6. And again, our apologies here because technology struggling here in 21. That ball thrown out of play. 6:15 to go here, opening half. A running clock in the top 50. Smith will inbound here for the Muskies. Nice screen there. Here's Brady. Sends it out. Smith getting it back. The son of Coach Craig Smith, able to go off the glass and score 2 more.
He gets inside and he finishes it well. He's had some really good finishes the past couple weeks.
He's been a solid player for the Wolves up in Green Canyon. His senior year coming up for the Wolves this year. You mentioned his brother Carson. Going to be at Bountiful under Coach Maxwell. Splitting time, splitting region. Nice pull up there from the elbow. Count it good. we'll take a moment here. 13-6, the advantage for the Muskies, and we'll introduce Coach Amico of Westminster.
How we doing?
Coach, I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, I really thought an event like this, I'll finally be at a game where you're not here. It is unbelievable what you do for high school sports in Utah. It really is. I mean, you guys are at every event, every game. It's unbelievable, and I love watching you guys and following your top tens and everything on social media. And again, what you bring to be here at this top 50 thing, and what a great thing this is, Coach Alfrey's putting on, where it's not just open gym and just kind of junk ball. You're getting to play against somebody really good every Monday night, and coming out and getting some good ball in, and obviously some guys for us to come out and watch here locally. So I can't mention any names NCAA-wise, but definitely some talent in this gym that we're recruiting. So look, it's fun to be out here.
You can say it. I know you're recruiting me to be your next commentator.
100. If we could afford you, if we could afford you, I'm game. I'll have Coach Parrish make the call right now.
There is great talent here, and it's been one of the things that's been so fun. I was here last week and coming here tonight, and our ability to start streaming it, we're super thrilled to do so. But when you look at some of the youngsters out here, some of the seniors, and a great opportunity for them, as you mentioned, to go against top-end talent and not just be an individual showcase, but go and actually play team ball and move the ball and, move in the open floor. And there's a young man there that Riser Talthahema, great find.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not, one of those things where you pay a bunch of money and then just go and not play defense, sit back, watch guys go one-on-one and shoot terrible shots over and over. Yeah. It's been good basketball, and some great coaches here helping out, coaching all these games. And like I said, this idea that Coach Alfrey had is just another thing that he's kind of put together, before its time. And this is something I think other states will pick up on down the line. But again, Coach Alfrey's always been kind of ahead of his time and getting this thing going. And there's some great kids out there to watch.
I mean, how could you not, right? And I said that it was Riser. My apologies. That was Matani Hinckley, the junior out of Brighton, that had that nice assist. 15-6. It's been Muskies here early. Coach, one of the advantages of this top 50 tournament, we've got slick coaches here that are coaching each side of these respective teams here tonight. In this kind of event, how difficult is it to coach? Give us inside the mind of a coach at this sort of ordeal as Hinckley scores.
Yeah, these are the fun events, though, where you're telling guys just to run the floor and move the ball. And this is where you really find out who can play, who can read, the screen's there, who's going to read off the ball. Defensively, it's really, you can pick guys out pretty quick who understand the game. Brady, obviously a coach's son, he really understands this game. You can tell when he goes in for finishes defensively how he's off the ball and help where he's supposed to be. But these two young coaches from Salt Lake Community College, they have a fun night because they get some bragging rights on the line too all week at practice. Hey, I went 3-0 on you, so it's a lot of fun for them to kind of get to be a head coach too. I mean, what great experience to put that down on their resume. They got to be a head coach in this top 50 league.
Well, we've seen teammates go head-to-head in this event, and we've got brothers, not teammates, brothers on the floor here for the Minnesota Muskies. Not anymore, as Brady Smith has head to the bench here. Or no, he's got the ball right now. I was looking at the wrong side. So brothers are on the floor, Brady on and Carson on here as well. As this is Lind with it. Working a drive on Dupay.
Need to stay down.
Dupay, man, he's one of those guys that he can be really versatile, really disciplined player. Saw him a couple times with Bingham last year and didn't get a lot of pub, a lot of talk, but man, he's a solid player. His other end, that shot good.
And a great job by the white team getting it up the floor. Shot fake, got his man in the air, got by him for the quick bucket.
Here's Hinckley, Brighton Bengal. Tough take there, good defense there by Dupay, but the follow is good for Carson Smith.
No smash down there on that. It went over and drew the help. Shot went up. No one was there to help out on the rebound. Got the offensive rebound putback.
That shot a little short here. Approaching the midway point in this first half. 2 20-minute halves here. Tough shot, and Lee got caught with his hand coming down. Opportunity to go to the line here for Lind.
And again, with the way this top 50 camp works, they're not going to spend a ton of time at the line. It's 1 for 2. Let's get going and get to playing ball, the important things.
I'm not going to lie. If high school ball was like this, I'd be at a game every night. I mean, right now.
You are at a game every night.
It's only 3 nights a week, right? But then my family would really wonder where I am.
Yeah.
Shot clock and some of the stuff they got going here, by all means, sign me up. Here's Leah across the timeline. Leah, tough drive. How about the defense there of Carson Smith? Great job. Tough baseline drive, the foul there on Chudy.
I hope we get a Green Canyon Bountiful game this year. How fun would that be? Is there
There
really?
is one.
That's awesome. I want to see if Coach Smith is able to bust out one of those jerseys.
The half and half,
green,
right?
Yes.
You got to do it. I mean, no pressure, Coach, but you
Right.
got to do it. Yeah, in fact, I want to say it's at Green Canyon.
Okay. Be a little tougher for Coach probably to make it up there for that one. But
Yeah.
hopefully he's able to. Hopefully it works out
it's-
with his schedule.
Right. As long as that game's played on like a Monday night, I'm sure it'd be fine, right?
Yep.
23-12.
So, Coach, I would love to ask you, as you're watching this and you're watching these guys, what are some of the keys you're looking for in players?
Yeah, really just how hard do you play? You know, I like to remind our guys all the time because, you know, as coaches, we're still wearing our masks over there, and it's, you know, this game can get taken from you so easily. We remember just a year and a half ago that it was taken from all of us. And I understand COVID's a way, you know, bigger thing than just basketball, but in our little neck of the world, it means everything. So who's out there playing like this is their last play? And then the little things, right? I mentioned Brady earlier. Just love the way when he's coming off a ball screen, you could tell he's a coach's son because he's reading the tag guy, he's reading the help. He does a really good job with that. And then defensively, are you in a gap? Are you down in a stance? As Brady goes to work again, are you down in a stance? Are you talking? I mean, because the defensive side, I feel, especially at the high school level, is probably the thing that gets not lacked the most, but it's like, it's okay if we get scored on, especially with the AAU mentality, right? Like, if you get scored on, we have another game later, it doesn't matter. But those guys that just hate to get scored on, we love those type of guys. That's a Coach Parrish guy up at Westminster for sure.
That's great. And from what I've seen in these past weeks that I've watched, these games, these are high competitive games. In a pickup situation, it's pretty easy to take it easy on defense and just run it or take it slow, but these guys are getting after it. They're pushing the ball, they're getting back, they're getting scrappy, and it's making everybody better.
Absolutely. This is not, you know, pickup or open gym basketball where you have a varsity kid going against a sophomore who might not even make the sophomore team, right? This is so good for these guys, and I mean, again, I just think it's an unbelievable opportunity for the kids that are here. And my kids are little, but hopefully when my 10-year-old's in high school, they still have this going on because what a great experience right before your high school season to play top-level talent every Monday night.
Taufahema with a nice take inside there through the contact will be an and one for Asafe, the West Jordan Jaguar. There defensively, but a nice take there by Chudy. Young man has been a multiple-year starter under Coach Workman at Murray High School. Hinckley was trying to cut, and that pass a little late. Chudy now leading the break here for the Squires. That ball deflected out.
I like that too. Not a lot of fouls. You got to play through contact.
They've let them. I mean, there have been moments tonight where it's like, oh, in a high school game, that's a foul.
Yeah.
Right? And tonight it's like, no, it's not about the officials. It's about playing. Flow,
exactly.
Let's go. It's been fantastic. That shot just wouldn't go. And it will head over with the Muskies here. 6:30 to go in our first half. The Muskies with a 17-point lead. Don't turn it off. We've seen leads evaporate tonight. That shot from Hinckley going to be short. Gathered. Another three on the way. That one good.
So, Dane, you've been able to see a lot of high school basketball and a lot of these guys play in recent years. What are some things that you're most excited about watching them now?
You know, the thing for me is I am a firm believer, and I love it. They've got the sign over at the scorer's table. You see it briefly as we scan back and forth, but the hashtag they're using is iron sharpens iron. And I'm a big believer in that. And I'll tell you, years of high school basketball, there are programs and coaches who care about wins, and there are program and coaches who care about developing talent and making their team better. And it's not uncommon to see teams go out there and have a 500 non-region schedule, and then in region play they're really tough. I mean, I think about a Springville team that defeated the Olympus Titans for a state championship.
Yeah,
and they went to Wasatch Academy. Sorry, that was a couple years later. They went to Wasatch Academy, so they went and played a top 10 team in the country on the road in Mount Pleasant. Actually, we're in that game, barely lost that game. And then they go on and they end up winning state championship. And it's one where it's like, look, if you don't go play the top talent, then you never really know what it takes to get there. And I'm a big believer in that. So the thing I love about this is the opportunity for kids to go play other top talent and to really get better rather than going and winning a game by 30 points where a kid plays 12 minutes and then sits the rest of the half.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it.
That's awesome. That's a great point.
39-18 Muskies. Chudy with the drive here. Lost that going up. Taufahema end to end, and a foul here given there by Wonder. We've got a timeout here. We'll take a moment, let you know as we're going to stay here, but there's exciting news. Look, this tournament has been so well received, and Coach Amico talked about how much he's enjoyed being able to watch this, but we've got great news. If you're a girls basketball player, the Utah Top 50 is now available for high school girls basketball. High school open gyms are great, but it's not quite enough competition for your top players. In the Top 50 League, you're going to play against the best. Fine-tune your skills and get competitive playing time before the season starts. Request your invitation at utah top50.com. Today, girls games will be played the last 2 weeks of October and the first week of November right here at Salt Lake Community College, and teams will be coached by current college coaches. If you're a top high school girls basketball player, you don't want to miss out. Request your Top 50 invite at utah top50.com. You've heard from a coach. Eli, we talked about in game number 2. What would this kind of experience meant for you as a high school player?
Yeah, it would have been huge in my development. We talked about how the game has transitioned into mostly training in individual settings where you're doing things, you're going through cone drills and everything, but being able to just step on a floor and actually play and experience a real defender going against you and trying to read that is huge. And so in my development, I would have loved to have been able to come every week, compete against the best players in the state, and experiment on those things that I was training for outside of practice. I would have loved to have this.
Taufahema missed the free throw. Lee going to try the three. That just won't go. The tip-in somehow goes in. Dupay may have been the closest player there. Up the other way, and the throwdown coming. Is that Dent for Wasatch?
Yep. I haven't been able to watch a lot of these guys, but Reese is someone that I've seen grow in the past few years. And just seeing him get up there and get that dunk is awesome as he's getting his legs under him, and that's something that he wasn't able to do the past couple years.
How about the end-to-end here? I mean, we're just going up and down the floor right now. Calories getting burned, and another timeout being taken, 43-22. Muskies in the lead. Man, the pace, huh?
Man, it's fun when you get up and you start running with the ball. But White's got to take care of it a little bit better, and they got to get back, get some stops if they want to be in this game.
So one of the things that we saw in game number 2 was just that extra energy, that extra pep in the step, and the dedication of defense. Rebounding led to some opportunities for a 30-point deficit be cut to 12. This one at 21. So certainly work to do for the Squires. As we talked about the Muskies 2-0 on the early part of the year, and of course the last week of this year it'll be a kind of tournament style, best against best, 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, so the records do matter. You want to win your games. Dupay here through traffic will draw the contact. Cam Dupay, I mentioned it earlier, love watching this kid play. In case you're wondering, the foul was on 50. One of the jokes, and we love it. It's a great little memento for the players to have that top 50 jersey, and be able to represent, their hard work and dedication to the game. From a commentary standpoint, it's not the greatest idea, but from a basketball player standpoint, it's great. And the officials still going through their mechanics. It's great work for them as well. To be able to come out to something like this and kind of get back in season mode as Dupay able to finish off the glass.
Great pass from Chudy.
Chudy's been a fun player to watch develop as well. His development the last couple of years at Murray, this kid has all sorts of potential. And still just, you see right there, quick hands, able to steal it away. Send out, Lee for three. Able to hit it. Here they come. Lee, a young man who actually played an extra game, played in the first game tonight. It's kind of was here early. They were down guys, so Javon playing his second game tonight as that ball turned over. Here comes Chudy, pressure from behind, and Chudy able to lay it in. Big run there from the Squires. They cut it down to 12.
Coach, how's the season looking for you guys at Westminster? What are you excited about?
We're really excited. We have a lot different group than we've had the last couple of years. A Division I transfer we just got in from Tennessee State. A lot of JUCO guys, Snow, Slick, USUE. So we're really excited. Plus we have a great group returning from last year, a lot of local kids. So we love it. That's why something like this is so big for us, because whether we're going to hopefully get them out of high school, but if not, maybe they go the Division I route, and if it doesn't work out, we're here. Or if they're going to go to one of these unbelievable JUCOs in our state. I mean, how lucky are we with Coach Taylor here, Coach Rob Nielsen down the road, and then Coach Evans down at USUE. Those are three unbelievable coaches, and they get those kids ready for the next level. So we're really excited with what we have, and we haven't played any games yet, so we still love them. But we'll see coming right down the road where we have games the end of this month, so we're excited.
Coach, if you're a basketball player, I'm curious, how important is the summer stuff? How difficult is it for you as a coach to recruit when you're in the middle of the season?
Yeah, so like I told you earlier, I try to be in the gym every single night, and you always beat me to the gym because you have to get set up. And I know I'm at the right game if you guys are up there calling it, so I feel pretty good.
We don't even share our schedule with you.
We don't. But so it's nice to be out during the season as much as we can, but the summer's huge. And I worked when I was at Utah Valley with Coach Pope, and kind of his talk about just being relentless and always being after it has been great for me, but also it's the kind of kids that I've grown to like. And you can tell those kids that are in the gym all summer long, continuing to work, whether it's with the trainer like you talked about and cone drills and playing against guys and continuing to get better, because if you're not in the gym working, somebody else is. Somebody's out here in this top 50 league getting better while you're sitting at home or maybe getting shots up by yourself. So just try to be relentless and get into the gym as much as possible to watch as much basketball as I can.
That ball betrayed the Squires, went right to a Muskie who was able to score. 22 seconds to go here in the opening half, and a half-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 3 on the way, that good. 10 seconds to go here in the half. Brady Smith, clock down to 3, sends it over. 3 on the way from Lind. That won't go, and the horn sounds. 47-30 for the score at the break as the Muskies lead the Squires. You're watching the Utah Top 50 Elite League only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Start of the second half. The Minnesota Muskies and the Virginia Squires, both based out of Salt Lake City, in a battle here. And it's been all Muskies in this first half. Dane Stewart, Eli Ballstead with you. Eli, anything stand out to you in half number 1 between these two?
I think we saw that Black were the aggressors. They came out fighting, And we see as Reese gets the rebound and put back, but they came out strong, and it shows in the score.
Here's Chudy. Off the back of the rim, won't go. The rebound gathered by Hinckley. Smith now pushing it up the floor. That shot too strong from Hinckley. Minnesota trying to stay perfect on the season as Javon Lee's shot won't go. The follow won't either. Muskies on the run. In the corner, Hinckley, the three. (52-34). The largest lead of the game has been 21. Squires were able to close back. Nice take there from Dent. Nope. Wonder.
Joe Wonder. The Squires are going to have to get back on defense and get some stops. They're struggling to get back and match up. And Black's getting some easy buckets.
You know, I do have I'm not a basketball coach, but I do have a thought.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. If I were a coach, my team would hate me because I'd make them run so much. I just feel like speed is the differentiator.
Yeah, it's a big deal being conditioned, and again, speed makes a big deal in winning a basketball game.
And you can see just the closeout, the intensity. It's been there tonight for the Muskies. Hinckley pushing tempo here, looking for that 20-point lead. That blocked. Nice job there defensively by Wonder. Foul here as Smith was trying to go up. Brady will head to the line. Nope. Foul on the floor. False alarm. Tough drive here. Left that shy off the front of the rim. Chudy running up the floor here for the Squires. Off the glass, too strong as Chudy hit the floor. Carson Smith leading it down, and a foul here called on Wonder.
The Muskies have been moving the ball well as well, and I think that's a big separator for them this game, is getting it around, swinging it back and forth. It's hard to guard when the ball's moving.
I'm just trying to think. I'm going to ask our research department. Has the team wearing the black unis won both games tonight? That's what I thought. So there's a certain bench right now that has a record on the evening on the line and trying to live up to that. We talked about Coach Amico, talked about coaches of the same staff and some bragging rights on the line as Hinckley goes off the glass. Pushes it to 20. Three off target. Carson with the rebound. Brady Smith, nice move. Green Canyon Wolf with two more here for the Muskies. Lee, the pull-up.
It's a tough shot.
Yeah, Smith was right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Hinckley, that middle wide open, an easy finish. Hinckley's had a good night tonight.
Yeah.
Eli.
He has.
Been unselfish, been active offensively and defensively. Is a deep corner three. That's from behind the glass. Nice shot. We'll get a timeout here. Take a moment, just remind you that the Utah Top 50 is now available for high school girls. If you are one of the top girls players in the state, you can submit or request your invitation at utah top50.com. And this is going to be starting up the last 2 weeks of October, the first week in November. If you're looking to fine-tune your skills, go against some of the best competition in the state, this is the place for you. Games will be played at Salt Lake Community College. And they'll be coached by current college coaches. So a great opportunity to elevate your game, both in your competition, but also in the coaching that you'll get here in the Utah Top 50. To request your invite, go to utah top50.com. 15:07 to go. Of course, if you have family or friends that want to watch it, KSLSports.com, YouTube, on the High School Rewind channel. We'll have the rest of the boys' Utah Top 50 every Monday night for you on those outlets. Oh, a little shimmy and shake there off the glass, and the finish from Lind. Boy, threaded pass inside, and one. Nice play. Brady looking for Hinckley and just threw it behind him. Wonder hands it off, looking inside here, the foul called. Again in the block, and that time a finish.
Finding success getting it inside to Vicentin.
Boy, kind of caught in an awkward spot. A nice job there by Carson, just able to get that ball away and in. You talk about Vicentin, he's posting up here again. The younger brother of Justin Vicentin is a foul here on the drive by Lee. Zach Vicentin. Yeah, because I don't know where Justin came from, but you know, that's why we have our non-paid intern, is to keep names right. And the current Idaho State Bengal, I've told him to take it easy on my beloved Idaho Vandals. Hope he continues to do so. Is Lee able to score from the line? Zach Vicentin was a state champion with the Red Devils. That ball thrown away. Gathered by Vicentin. Vicentin, good work. It's almost like he's done that against his brother a time or two, huh? Although I don't think Zach would allow him that positioning. Zach probably would have pushed him out.
Yeah, he probably would have just pushed him over.
Yeah. That was a big man in the paint in 5A and did such a great job leading the Red Devils. That state championship, he was a beast in that playoff run.
He was.
Tough pull up there, won't go. Got it back, a nice finish. $11.5 to play here in regulation. Wonder uses his teammate, kicks to Dupay for three. Cam Dupay able to hit it. Muskies will throw in. Tafahema working on Vicentin, and that's a nice move by an experienced post. Taufahema, a multi-year starter for the Jags, coming back for his senior season. He and Logan Prince. Should be a fun year for the Jaguars as that free throw short. Gathered by Smith and put in. 2 more for Carson. A sophomore for Bountiful. Coach Maxwell, I'm sure pretty excited to have him walk in the halls of Bountiful High School.
Oh, I bet.
Boy, nice drive. How about that play? Three on the way, and that gets the bounce and drops.
Muskies have been able to answer almost every possession, yeah.
Dupay trying to keep the pressure on. That rimmed out. How about Taufahema able to regather? Looking up the floor here. Carson thought about the 3, elected otherwise. To the corner. That 3 won't go. Chudy fouled on the drive to the rim. On the shot, I should say. So Chudy will head to the line. Is Hinckley going to come back on the floor here? That's the free throw, and Hinckley grabs the board. Oh, Hinckley through traffic, and Taufahema able to clean it up. Dupay tried to hand that off. Taufahema in the right spot. Asafe end-to-end, blocked by Chudy, and a late whistle here on the call. Send Taufahema to the line.
Taking it all the way, coast to coast.
He probably doesn't get a lot of those opportunities when you have Logan Prince with you in high school. Yeah. So take advantage of it here while you can, right?
Exactly. Another chance to work on your game.
Everybody loves the big man who can dribble.
Yeah.
It's Taufahema. You could see that he's felt some frustration at the line. Here's Vicentin. Good D by Taufahema. Remember seeing him against Harriman a couple times and having to deal with some of the Mustang bigs. He's always been stout in the block. Chudy trying to keep that. Man, I don't know how Chudy tracked that down. Vicentin will send it out. 3 on the way. Count it good. That drive short. Chudy comes out with it. Inside to Vicentin, left-handed finish.
Let's hope the Squires can keep this spark going.
You know, Eli, we've seen a couple of leads tonight that just have not been able to be withstood. How hard is it when you have that lead to stay dialed in and focused and keep the pressure on?
Yeah,
Chudy hitting it.
That's a tough situation. It's easy to get complacent when you're up by 15 or even 10 points, but you got to stay dialed in, and that's something that the coach always helps you do, stay focused and go one play at a time.
Taufahema with a big bucket there to try to quell this run from the Squires. They had it down to 12, looking for 11, and they get it. Another made 3 here by the Virginia Squires. The lead cut to 11, 77-66. It's been one of the things we talked about it earlier. Game 1, Game 2, we saw comebacks. The comeback 1 in Game 1 fell short in Game 2. Another one being put on here. it's made it for fun. Not a lot of whistles, not a lot of stoppages, just up and down the floor. And once you find that rhythm, that momentum, it feels like it builds really quickly in this league.
Yeah, for sure. And that's something Coach Amico mentioned. He's looking for guys that are out to compete and that are playing hard. And that's something that we've seen tonight. These guys have had big deficits, but they're still playing and they're coming back from them. We love to see that from players.
6:01 to go here in our final contest of the night. Been great to be here for the Utah Top 50. We'll be here the rest of the way every Monday in October. Coming to you live here at Salt Lake Community College. Teams will continue to play each other until that final week when it's strength on strength, 1v1, or 1v2, 2v3, 5. I'm all over the place. 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, 5 versus 6. It's been a long day. Sorry about that. Of course, next week we'll have some big matchups coming up for you as well. Minnesota and St. Louis will play. That should be a good one. Still one to be finished here. Minnesota trying to put the finishing touches on, stay undefeated. Had an overtime win last week. And right now, Virginia trying to make them work. 3 on the way, and that one hit. Big time shot. Chudy on the drive, left-handed finish won't go. Vicente in there to clean it up. That knocked away from behind, a foul call here instead.
White's playing a little more aggressive, something we would have loved to see the whole game, but they're finally picking it up a tiny bit.
I think this is Gibson, gives it over with Carson. In the paint, how about that take by Hinckley? See the lane, attack it, huh, Eli?
Exactly.
How about the 3? Dubé gonna come back on the floor here. That one thrown away. Lee with the steal. Hands it off, and that won't go, but tip to Chudy, who will finish.
That cuts the lead to 10 with 4 minutes to go.
There's plenty of time. Brady had that one stripped away, and it will stay here. Lind coming back on the floor here for the Muskies. Brady was open in the corner. Lee with a nice recovery to knock it out. Lind defended by his teammate. Working on Wonder, and that one knocked away. Good defense there by Wonder. Inside of 3 to play here. Chudy trying to bait Hinckley. There's the drive, too strong, but the tipping good from Dupay.
I love how he attacks the rim, isn't settling for a 3, but gets to the rim to try to get a 2.
And you talk about the discipline there. He's hit that 3 before, but it's all about setting up that drive, and great recognition by Chudy. Is the foul here called?
Yeah, and something good came out of it. He wasn't able to finish it, but Cam got the rebound with the tip and finished the play.
The clock will stop on whistles inside of 2 minutes. We're drifting to that point as there's 2:10 left here. That free throw good, 1 for 2. 84-74. 2 minutes to play. Lee for 3. That won't go. Rebound to Lind. Smith wisely passes that out to Lind. Carson gives it to Brady through the lane. Wonder. Nice crossover there. Timeout taken. 1:35 to go. 10-point lead for the Muskies. Dane Stewart, Eli Ballstead. Eli, what do you want to talk about?
Man,
what's on your mind?
Well, I'm just thinking about what the Squires are talking about in their play right here in the huddle. But they got to come out and get a stop first.
Is this a 3-time?
I still don't think they need a 3. If they could get a stop and a quick 2, that's good enough. But they need to put some pressure on the Muskies and try to get a steal and a quick 2.
We shoot free throws at 10 fouls. The Squires have 8 right now, only 4 for the Muskies. So just 1 foul to give here for the Squires.
What are you thinking? What would you be telling them if you were the coach of the Squires?
I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on if they score here. I mean, I think if you give up points, you have to. But
yeah,
if you can get a stop, you can maybe try for a quick bucket. But with the shot clock, you have the ability to drain it. But you see him rush it and a turnover.
Yeah.
But you got to hurry.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder had that lane, now electing to take it. Taufahema came on the help, but a foul here is the call. Send Wonder to the line. 1:18 to go. Eight-point differential. Help coming over. Oh, what a find. Carson right through the rim. Brother to brother, taking care of business. One to play. Wonder, step back, will take the 3. That's short. Gathered by Lind. Worked over to Lind, 40 seconds left, 15 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here. We'll set up Smith for 3. Short, Lind able to track it down. Pressure there. That deflected into the backcourt. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Lind has the extra pass in the paint. And the foul there given. The worst part is that's on the shot. Not that it matters. I mean, 14 seconds left, 10-point game.
Yeah.
I don't see Reggie Miller keeping the eyes peeled. Do you remember that moment, or were you too young?
I was too young, but I've definitely watched the 30 for 30 several times.
All right.
It's one of my favorites.
I remember going to a family event on that. I went to church. I thought the game was over. My friends showed up. They're like, dude, they won. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I missed it. That's okay. Dupay for 3. Able to hit it. Just have to get it in play. They will, and the clock will expire. It's a big lead for the Muskies. The Squires came back and made it close.
Yeah.
In the end, not enough as the Muskies win 90-81. Eli, your final thoughts of the night?
Man, great job from both squads. Not giving up, playing hard. Fun to see.
The Muskies stay undefeated with the win over the Squires. And that'll do it for week 3 here in the Utah Top 50. We'll be back Monday night from Salt Lake Community College. Games at 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 right here on KSL Sports For Vince Francis, Eli Ballstead, my name is Dane Stewart.